Good evening and welcome to your very own Santan Foothills broadcast. Tonight we have facing off the Santan Foothills Sabercats versus ALA Ironwood Warriors.
I think that was a very nice intro there, Bishop Rhodes. This is Steve Miller in the broadcast booth with Bishop Rhodes, who you just heard right there, along with Spencer West. How you doing tonight, Spencer?
I am doing fantastic. Bishop, that was a great job. Very proud of you.
Thank you very much, and I'm just proud to have this opportunity to be here supporting my school.
Yeah, and as we get ready for tonight's game featuring the Sabercats taking on the ALA Warriors, this is the inaugural game for you here, Bishop. How do you think you're going to do on your first broadcast?
It should go pretty well, and hoping for a Sabercat win.
First volley of the match is underway. So far, a long first volley so far. Both teams playing pretty strong defense. It looks like number 11, Sammy Phillips, tries to tip the ball over. Doesn't quite make it. ALA up 1-0 early in this first set as they get ready to take on the serve. Spencer, what are you expecting to see out of tonight's game?
I'm expecting to see a lot of effort. I mean, especially from these seniors. You know, this is their last game that they're going to be playing, and, I mean, they're going to put their all into it. I know these seniors. I've known them for 4 years now, most of them, and, I mean, these are some of the hardest working people that I know, and I know they'll put all their effort into winning this game. This is the game that they want to win out of any other game.
Yeah, in addition, this is senior night as we weren't able to get that on the broadcast, but it is senior night and the last game for a lot of these players in their Santan Foothills career.
That's right, yeah. I mean, Bishop and I are both seniors. I think we understand the importance of a senior night.
Of course.
I mean, as an athlete, how is it for you having many senior nights?
It's a bittersweet feeling, definitely. I love to build a program, but it's tough to see everything go.
And as we start this game, ALA off to a quick 4-0 lead off the service of, looks like number 1, Adrian Crone there. Been doing a fantastic job with a couple aces.
Great job by Chloe. That was fantastic.
Yeah, but there you go. Foothills gets on. And both these teams have struggled a little bit this year. I believe ALA Ironwood with 8 wins on the season compared to 3 for the Sabercats. So it's been a struggle for both teams. But both teams want to come away with a win here to put a cap to the end of a challenging season.
Yeah, this is just one of those games where you set the tone for the next year. You're doing it so that after these seniors graduate and you got these juniors becoming seniors, they're prepared and they feel confidence for the next season that's hopefully a winning one.
Definitely, and on that last play, you saw a nice dig there by number 11, Sammy Phillips. Wasn't enough to finish off the rally, though, and an ace on the service there from ALA Ironwood. That's one of those balls that you watch it go over the net, you say, that's out, and at the very last minute it lands in, and you stand there and you know you could have gotten it. Just a challenging serve right there. Nice defense by the libero, Chloe Baker there.
Chloe Baker is definitely making a whole lot of plays, and I mean, I think that's all you can really ask out of her, right?
Well, I mean, and here we are in game 1, down 7-1, and now, Bishop, you've been really involved in athletics here at Santan Foothills, and unfortunately, sometimes you get in these situations where you're down big. In football, you're down big in the first quarter. Volleyball, you're down big in the first set. As a player, how do you get yourself ready to come back when you find yourself in a hole so early?
The biggest thing is just you can't get too high, you can't get too low. You got to work for the next play, you got to fight for the next play. You got to look at the guy next to you, look at the girl next to you and say, hey, I'm doing it for them and I'm not going to do it for myself. You got to dig deep and you got to want to win.
Yeah, and that's a characteristic that we saw out of this Foothills Sabercat team is we see that shot go out. Lead closes to 7-3. A tough start of the season, strung together a ton of losses, but then these girls came together and put together a win streak of 3 games. It's really impressive to see in a challenging season.
Most definitely. And it stinks that at the end of this year, the seniors are going to be gone, but from years from now, they will know that they built this foundation that started off the winning teams in the future.
Well, and I think that's real similar to what we saw out of the football program this year, Bishop. You know, it was a challenging season for you guys, but despite some tough losses, you have that game against Vista Grande, which is a very talented team. You put 55 points on the board. And so you look at your team and you know what you're capable of, and you just haven't gotten over that hump, but you know the team's going to get there if they stick with it.
Yeah, most definitely. At the end of the day, if you stay together, if you stick together, like I said, if you do it for the guy next to you, anything is possible. You just got to dig deep and want it. And I'm sure at Santan Foothills, we are building a program that's striving for the future and that the people want to see a change. And I can feel it in the stands. The stands are the biggest that they've ever been, and you can just feel it all around campus.
Absolutely. And as we see LA with a 9-3 lead, service coming up by Cambria Malloy here. Sends the ball over to the SaberCats off the top of the net. Good diving effort there by number 10, Lizzie Simon. Just a little bit late. And, you know, sometimes you just get an unlucky bounce and it costs you a point. So we'll see another service here by Cambria Malloy. 10-3 Warriors. Good set there by Jordan Kaiser. Defense played by the Warriors. Sends the ball over.
Wow, what an amazing play there all around both sides of the ball. Working hard for that one.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw number 5, Olivia Beaver, with go for the kill. A really nice block by the Warriors, and then great defense by the SaberCats on the following end. That point was just about who wanted it more.
I would like to build a bit off of what Bishop said earlier about the stands being full. I mean, this is probably the most spirit I've seen at this school in all these 4 years. It's amazing the culture that we've just built, especially in these 2 years where we've had you as principal. It's amazing the culture that we've been able to build.
But I think a lot of it comes down to the students, too. Like, there was the volleyball game. I think it was the home game against Florence where the football team supported the girls. Was that the Florence game, Bishop? Yeah, so you had a full student sections, and you had the band supporting the girls. And then you had the Florence versus Santan Foothills football game where on final count we had 390 out of our 350 enrolled students show up during that game. And seeing the campus pull together to support all of these student athletes has just been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I was in that student section at that Florence game, and the energy was unbelievable. I mean, I was in the student section. How did it feel being a player, hearing all that?
On the field, it was surreal, honestly. We've never had that type of love before, and to see everyone out there cheering your name, cheering for your team, wanting to see you guys win is just an awesome atmosphere to be built around.
Oh, and a nice kill there by number 17, Hannah Pushkor for the Warriors. Extends the lead to 8. 13-5 Warriors. Like, volleyball is one of those interesting sports, though. You could go down big game one. If you go into the second quarter of a football game down 21-0, you start quarter 2 down 21 points. In a volleyball game, you reset to 0-0. So even if you have a tough first set, you have a chance to come back with a tie game and make your mark in set number 2.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we just saw the JV Foothills team come back from, I think, an 0-11 lead from the Warriors. So it's definitely true that they can come back at any time.
And how about the defense there by Lizzie Simon and Abby Nominee? Great dig by Simon. Nominee with the great block, and there you go, another point there for the SaberCats.
And that was a great play all around. Lizzie Simon really coming in there to make that diving play to keep them alive.
And the lead closes a little bit more as you have Olivia Beaver on the service with an ace there. Just a really strong serve that ALA couldn't handle. Lead cut to 6.
You know, all these terms that you're saying, I'm familiar with them now. I watched an 8-minute YouTube video yesterday all about the rules of volleyball.
You know, that's part of your charm, Spencer. You put in the time to do the research.
That 8-minute video was truly the highlight of my day.
No, but that's a really similar experience to last year when we started doing the live broadcast. As you see that shot go out, SaberCats now at 8 points, cutting into that lead. But for me, I had never announced or gone to a high school wrestling meet before. And then when Coach Johnson asked us to come out and film that game, see another point there by the SaberCats. I had never seen the sport before, but having gotten to watch it with Coach Johnson and Coach Sines and seeing the passion from the wrestlers out there and just seeing the sport, it's something that you learn to love just like any other sport. It was really fun to do. Oh, look at that. And SaberCats on a bit of a run here off of the strong service by Olivia Beaver along with the defense of the rest of the team. Lead now cut down to 3. See another service from Olivia Beaver. Handled by Ironwood.
Olivia Beaver is leaving everything out on that court tonight.
And that's what you got to do on your senior night. You know, for these ladies right here, this is the last home game they're going to be playing in this gym for, you know, this is going to end their high school career, and you don't want to leave with any regrets. You may leave, win or lose, you don't want to feel like you could have done more to pull this game out.
Exactly. You want to put your all out while you still can.
And Ironwood follows up with a little bit of a run themselves, a 2-0 run right now as they push the score to 15-10.
Slightly mentioned earlier, the freshman volleyball team won, JV volleyball team won, and now it's time for varsity. We hope to see that cap off tonight.
And that kind of goes to what Spencer said earlier, though. As we were setting up, we were watching the JV game, and in the JV game, Santan Foothills was down 11-0 to start set number 2, came back to win, so you know it's possible.
And that's something you love to see in a program, especially with us starting to build. You love to see that the players are still out there. They're not giving up. They want to see you come back. They want to see you win, and they do it for everyone else.
I mean, yeah, they have heart, they have the spirit, and they have the commitment to come back from, I would say, any lead. Kind of sounds like a sports movie the way we're talking about this.
An aggressive spike there from Lizzie Simmons.
And she does it again. But great defense by Ironwood as this rally continues. It continues as long as you don't set the ball to Abby Nominee, because you set it to her, and that's almost a guaranteed kill every time.
And you could just feel the energy in the room. That spike, I got goosebumps right now.
It is a bit cold in here, too, though.
And speaking of Nominee, she's up to service. She sends it over to ALA Ironwood. Quick set defended by the SaberCats. Nominee hits the ball over. On again, good defense, good hustle play there by the SaberCats. But it does look like, I didn't see the signal by the referee. I think they're calling a net violation against the SaberCats, so that will be ALA's point. But still great defensive effort as we see this next rally. On a 2-hit violation called by the referee.
See some anger from the fans out here. A little bit of annoyance.
And a timeout on the court there. So we're going to start the 1-minute timeout counter here. And what you're seeing here is a little bit of a lack of focus on the SaberCats. They were on a nice run to close this lead, and then a couple of just mental errors. That first, I didn't see the signal. It could have been a 2-hit violation or a net violation, but definitely 2 hits on the second call there. And so just a couple mental mistakes that's 2 points that you can't give up if you're trying to come back in this game.
Most definitely. That's definitely a problem that we've been facing in football, is just hurting ourselves most times throughout the game. But they won on a almost, 6 or 7 point run right there? That was amazing. And the energy in this place shot through the roof.
The defense has been pretty good, I would say. It's just like a few mental errors that have resulted in a few points for ALA.
And you can see Coach Daly over there kind of rallying the team and probably bringing up those same points. You went on a 6-0 run. You're playing really well. Your defense is spot on. Just eliminate those mental errors, and you're right back in this game.
The SaberCats are doing everything right. It's an amazing game.
As we see the service here by Hannah Pushkor. Sends the ball over. Dig by Olivia Beaver. Well defended by the libero. Set for Lizzie Simon, who sends the ball long.
Maybe a few too many times lifting. A little bit too much power.
Kill there by Megan McKnight. Blockers were there, just sent the ball off the far side of the court there. That's one of the amazing things about Lizzie Simon as an outside hitter. She's not the tallest girl on the court, but you can just see the sheer athleticism. You can see how she jumps. She plays the position really well, especially when typically you see taller ladies playing that position. It's a testament to what an athlete she is.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, she's jumping the highest that she can. No matter how small she is, she's getting it over the net easily. So height really isn't a factor when you can jump far over the net.
Oh, and that shot looks like it was hit over by number 14, Peyton Bowen. It is a 21-12 lead for ALA Ironwood as they get set to serve. Number 1, Adrian Crone, set to serve for the Warriors with a 9-point lead here in set number 1.
You know, I've tried to play a little bit of volleyball myself, mostly the serving part. It's difficult. It's it's very difficult, actually.
There you go. Lift violation by ALA. Score for Santan Foothills. And that's an interesting thing. Sometimes these ladies, and you watch volleyball on TV, and you watch these high school games, and they make it look so effortless. And I think it's the same for other sports, like even basketball, football, even for all these sports that these young athletes are playing. They make it look so easy, and then when you go out to try and do it yourself, you realize how much skill there is in even the simplest of plays.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, when I watch LeBron James do a windmill dunk, I think, wow, that looked so unbelievably easy. And then I try it on a 10-foot rim, and I can't reach the net. So it comes back to volleyball as well. You know, I can't jump as high as they can or hit the ball anywhere close to where they can. I think it's a testament to the talent that they have and the amount of work that they've really put in to get to this point.
On a nice shot there by Jordan Hartman of ALA. Lizzie Simon dives but unable. Or that might have actually been number 5, Olivia Beaver. I didn't see good defensive effort, but still 10-point lead for ALA as they look to close out set number 1. That shot goes out, and now we're looking at set point for ALA as Megan McKnight gets ready to serve.
You can see the SaberCats are definitely putting that effort. They're diving. They are jumping on the ground. They're doing everything that they can.
Yeah, definitely not willing to give up as you see that one hit over by number 12, Allie Gagnon.
And what a smart play there. Instead of spiking it, she outthinks her opponent and just nicely tosses it down.
Sometimes it's easier to do a layup than it is to do a three-point shot, you know?
A beautiful serve by Chloe Simmons.
Definitely, like sometimes you wonder, with these senior nights, it can throw you off in set number 1 and really in any sport, even like in football, when you go out for the first set of plays or you play the first set and you have a different starting lineup than you've seen all year. It's not that the players aren't talented, it's that you're not used to playing with that group, and it can throw you off, but you know these athletes are going to recover from that, and you'll probably see set number 2 come alive for these SaberCats.
Although they are making a pretty good comeback right now, I must say.
They really are off the service there of Chloe Baker. That's going to force ALA to call their first time out of set number 1. even sitting here on a 7-point lead, you can see a little bit of nervousness in ALA as the SaberCats start to go on another run.
Most definitely. That was 3 amazing serves right there for Chloe Baker, and you couldn't ask for anything else. Nice, low, powerful, just getting over the net, and it puts ALA Ironwood in an uncomfortable position to make a play.
Yeah, you know, from the few matches I've seen in volleyball, it may look like someone's winning easily, but, I mean, one quick run and you're right back in it. You know, so SaberCats could easily get on a 7-run run. And I mean, it's just a tie match right there.
And I can see that happening. You know, I've watched many games earlier this year, and man, this team has come a long way. And you can tell that these players, they want this win. They want to end off their season just right, just for their seniors.
I believe in Chloe.
And that service is handled as ALA goes on the attack. SaberCats not content to give up, but that shot does go long, 25-17. And ALA Ironwood will take set number 1 with a final score of 25-17. We're going to be in a 3-minute intermission, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I think I was too.
Here we go. We are back. You think you were too what there?
I think I was too athletic for the baseball team. It was unfair to the rest of the players. That's why I quit after freshman year.
During the break, we were listening to Bishop and Spencer talk about an incident 4 years ago in which Spencer West was umpiring a freshman baseball event, called Bishop out, and I'm sensing some bad blood between the two of you still.
It's until this day, terrible call. I stand by what I said. I touched that bag.
Bishop refused to talk to me for 2 years at that point. We just started speaking again about this year. He was out, though.
And back to the game we go as number 1 Adrian Crone gets ready to start for ALA Ironwood. Back to a 0-0 game sent over by Lizzie Simmons. Once again, strong outside hit by Lizzie, defended by ALA Ironwood. Hit over by Megan McKnight. Shot goes long, and there you have it. SaberCats with a lead in set number 2, 1-0, but it does represent their first lead of the night.
And it won't be the last, I promise.
In a new set, no problem. The SaberCats pick right where they left off.
I mean, the power that Lizzie has is unbelievable. I mean, she just sends that over the net. It's crazy.
Yeah, as we see an error on the serve there, that's going to tie this volleyball matchup at 1 as Megan McKnight on to serve for ALA. A strong cross-court hit there by number 12, Allie Gagnon, for the point. 2-1 SaberCats, and that shot right there is absolutely incredible. You're on one side of the court. You've got a really tough angle. You still got to keep that ball in. Really nice kill shot there.
Yeah, that was amazing, especially from where we're sitting right now. That angle, you can just see the alleyway where she wanted to aim that ball.
And just it makes it so difficult to defend as you see an ace there, pushing the lead to 3-1. And we've said that name all night, but that service ace right there by Lizzie Simmons.
Kind of stealing senior night from the seniors right now.
Oh, and that was a close shot, ruled out of bounds there. I don't know, from our position up here about 150 feet away at a terrible angle, it looked into me.
I'd have to agree with you, but I may be a bit biased.
Oh, well, I'll tell you that shot, though, was clearly out as ALA ties it up.
Maybe if we were at a different angle, it would look in.
3-3 ALA Ironwood. On to serve number 11, Cambria Malloy. And that one is sent long again by Allie Gagnon. You know, a 4-3 easily could be 6-2 if those closer shots have gone in. So SaberCats right on the door. See another point scored there by ALA.
Chloe dived for that and just barely missed it. Barely.
Here's the service by Ironwood. Now 3 hits there called against the SaberCats. It's another point ALA. Just need to refocus here if you're the SaberCats. You started off strong, a few errant plays, but by no means is this game out of reach just yet.
They just don't want to allow ALA to create any momentum, really. You know, momentum is kind of the silent killer in any sport.
Well, and that's got to be really frustrating, too, when you see a lot of these plays right here, and it's not that ALA is playing great. It's a lot of mental mistakes being made by the SaberCats. So when you're in a hole here, 7-3, and you know it's because of things that you can control, that can be a little bit frustrating.
And the crowd goes wild.
These mental mistakes have been taking the SaberCats down, and like you said, the Warriors haven't been doing anything special. It's just the mistakes on the SaberCats that gave them the lead.
And sometimes that's all you kind of need, you know? You don't need to play a perfect game. You just need the other team to make a few big mistakes.
And there we go, once again, a mental mistake by the Warriors, giving the SaberCats another point.
Yeah, and you see that a lot in volleyball. Instead of making those incredible plays, you just make the simple plays, you make the safe plays, and just like you saw right there, let the other team make the mistakes, trying to put in all that extra effort, and you just focus on the basics. A lot of times you can get a lot of free points throughout the course of a game.
Absolutely. You don't need to play amazing. You just need to trust your teammates and do your job. And there it is, another point for the SaberCats to tie it up 7-7.
I mean, you just see how simple they're playing it right now. It's just hit, down, hit, down, hit, down.
Yeah, and that ace there by Chloe Baker ties it back up at 7. SaberCats back on the right path here.
Oh, and I'm going to have to disagree with that call. I could hear it all the way from the stands. That definitely grazed her arm, but we'll live with the call.
Yeah, tough call there. That might have even been in from here. That's a really close play. You know, sometimes those goes your way, sometimes you don't. You just have to react and move on.
That's kind of the argument for robot refs and umpires, isn't it? But that's the sacrifice that you make with real people, you know. You get those plays that might be on the line or a little bit outside, and maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong.
But I suppose that's one of the things that makes sports in general, all sports, kind of enjoyable. You get into that game every once in a while as you see a absolutely great play there. Like, sometimes those mistakes go your way and re-energize you. Sometimes it tests your resolve as a team, but that's all part of playing these competitive team sports.
You just got to play through the adversity that comes up with, and sometimes it will go your way.
Hayden Schultz on the service, defended by ALA. They send the ball over.
Just in the wrong spot, really.
Yeah, smart play by number 17, Hannah Pushkor there. Just hit the ball where the defense isn't.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game right there.
Well, and Bishop, you had commented on earlier, like, sometimes you just need to go up and hit the ball as hard as you can, and sometimes you have to be smart and think about where you're hitting it, and that's what Pushkor did right there.
Absolutely. And another one right there.
Yeah, really nice set, and instead of going up and doing exactly what the defense thinks you're going to do and just absolutely smash that ball, a nice little cross-court tip over sets the defense off balance, and there's a point for the SaberCats as they close this lead to 1. Good defense there by the SaberCats as they send it over. Set by number 2, Ashley Estrada.
Fantastic block. Oh, my.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
my
Oh,
goodness.
my gosh.
Look at that kill by Abby Nominee.
That was her
And
set
that
right
was
there.
beautiful.
That was hers.
And that's the opposite of what we talked about right there. Instead of thinking smart, you just have the perfect set, and you go up and you hit that ball as hard as you can, and ALA is powerless to stop it.
And the Warriors call that timeout, and so would I after that amazing play and comeback, tied up 10-10.
Well, and so much of sports is the energy in the stadium and the energy that these athletes get from the fans. And after a play like that, you get the crowd back into it, who've been in large part out of it after set number 1 with kind of a difficult loss. They're back in it. It's 10-10. SaberCats knocking on the door with some of those great plays, and set 2 is really in question here if you're a Warriors fan.
Yeah, you know, like I said, with momentum, fans are also kind of a secret killer, you know. When you get the fans on your side and you feel that energy, it's a completely different game. Wouldn't you agree, Bishop?
I 100% agree, and even sitting here right now, I know I said it before, but I got goosebumps from that. The crowd loved it. They went crazy, and that's what you love to see.
Well, and you know, these teams become such a family. You spend so much time after school practicing with these ladies, or if you're in a different sport with the other gentlemen on the team, that it becomes a family. And when the crowd is into the game and they're cheering along with the team, they almost feel like they're a part of it, and they have an impact on the game. Just like right there where you see the tip, and Santan Foothills back in the lead, 11-10 here in set number 2.
We definitely have a SaberCat family here, though. You know, the fans that are here are always here. I see the same people here for every single game, every single match, and I mean, that's just a community that you want to play for. Those are the type of fans that you want on your side.
We got a bit of a rally going here, sent over by Hannah Pushkor. Good defensive position there by the SaberCats, but it was just tipped off of the blocker, and this game is tied up once again at 11.
And you have to throw some respect to the Warriors. That was a great play. Great defense. Just overall, the Warriors came out on that one.
And just a tough dig there. Just in the perfect spot for number 14, Peyton Bowen, to hit the ball to the ground. A good dig by the SaberCats, but it just went to the wrong spot there right next to the net.
And, I mean, volleyball is just clearly a game of inches, maybe centimeters even.
And you can feel the momentum shifting here in the gym as Coach Daly calls a timeout here in set number 2, down 13-11 to talk to her team. Just two real tough plays there. A dig that went too close to the net that got killed. Talk to your team, settle everything down, drop this momentum, and get back to doing what you do best, and that's playing solid volleyball.
And this is a must-win set for both sides. If ALA wins this set, that's a 2-0 lead, and if the SaberCats can pull this one off, it's tied right back at 1-1.
Definitely. So hard to come back down 2-0. Unless you're the Milwaukee Bucks in last year's NBA Finals.
Let's not hurt those Suns fans in here.
That's a touchy subject.
Go Clippers.
But that's the fun thing about sports, and I think that's one of the great things, about working at a high school or being a student at a high school. You've got those programs, and those are really fun. But here at the high school, you're so much more a part of the game. You're closer to the action. The athletes are a little bit more real. It's not better or worse, but it's different, and it's just a fun environment to be in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have classes with half these people that are on the court right now, I know many of these people, and many of them are my friends. So, it's a very different experience from a pro sports game.
Good defensive effort there by the SaberCats, diving all over the court, but it's so hard when that ball hits the net and trickles over, and all your defensive setup right there is just not in place anymore.
You just never know where it's going to go once it hits that net.
SaberCats on the attack. Into the net is the call by the officials.
And that's just an unlucky call. The fans in the stands are not happy with that. But number 17 on the away team, Hannah Pushgore, is serving an amazing night right now.
Yeah. And as you see a service error there, he's going to send it back over to the SaberCats. Like on that net violation there, you got so much energy and you're trying to recapture that momentum. Sometimes you're just going a little bit hard into the net and it costs you a point.
I think Bishop may have jinxed that one.
I seem to jinx the Warriors there, and hey, I'm not upset about it.
15-12 the score. ALA on the attack, pushes the ball over. Nominee saves that ball, hit over by Kessa Fangupo. Long rally here as both teams fighting for this very important point in set number 2.
And the SaberCats got just a piece of that ball, but it wasn't enough to get that block down.
Hits the top of the net again. And that's kind of been the SaberCats' worst enemy so far. Whenever it hits that top of the net, it's just not going their way.
So with the service for ALA is number 1, Adrian Crone. And just an errant pass there by Jordan Kaiser. SaberCats will attempt to claw back from a 17-12 deficit as we see Crone with her second service here. And that ball is hit over by Megan McKnight. Good shot to the corner. Defense wasn't there. 6-point lead for ALA.
Although they are down right now, I really do love the communication that the SaberCats are having. I mean, you are hearing them talking to each other constantly. If this communication continues, I'm hoping that they can get right back into it.
Once again, defended by ALA. Errant
And
set
an
right
amazing
there.
play there by Jordan Kaiser. She gets the tip over on the left side of the net, works her way all the way to the right to get a block. Amazing.
Yeah, just way to follow the play and know where that ball's going to go and be the right place at the right time to get your team back within 5. Oh, and strong defensive play, nearly an ace. And once again, Lizzie Simmon, great shot, well defended by Ironwood. Great defensive play on all sides. And look at that point, SaberCats. Wonderful on both sides, but how about that defensive play there by the SaberCats?
I mean, that is not how I expected that to end. They were both playing fantastic defense.
So you see a 4-point lead as the ball is sent over by ALA. Simmons hits the ball defended by the Warriors.
And a great play there by the SaberCats. Overall, that was amazing.
I think there was some question as to whether that shot was in or out, but it is ruled in by the officials. Point SaberCat close to within 3, and a great block there by Kessa Fangupo. SaberCats on a little bit of a run as you see the hit there by Lizzie Simmon. Number 3, Egan Wood tries to dig it, but it falls. Are they going to call a violation there against Foothills? 1915 service with the Warriors.
I'm not so sure if I saw that one, but you know.
I'd have to agree with you, Spencer.
Shot long by the Warriors. Back within 3 as we look at a score of 19-16 here in set number 2. Lizzie Simmon on the service for the SaberCats. And once again, another strong play from the SaberCats there on the attack. 17-19. Score back within 2. Momentum on the side of the SaberCats as we see another service here. Ball sent over. Set up by Jordan Kaiser. And look at that.
Bounces out into the wall.
Just like that, it's back to a 1-point game here in set number 2.
And you love to see another smart play. The last 5 or 6 plays by the SaberCats, they spiked it out. They do a mid-spike there in the middle of the court, unexpected.
Now, it's kind of like
play.
it's kind of like in football where you hit with a run to the outside, run to the outside, run to the outside, and then all of a sudden you throw a cross over the middle, and the defense isn't expecting it. You get that defense out of position. The same concept here for volleyball.
Absolutely. That's a great play on the court by the players. And look at them outside again. Oh, and the play's still going.
Look at the effort by the Warriors there. No. The flag in the corner called it in, but it is overruled by the referees.
Did look like it hit that line to me.
That's a very close call.
And that might just switch the momentum there.
Yeah, but that point is called for ALA. And a return service error there. Lead back to 2.
And the SaberCats have to dig deep here. Realize they cannot let this score go any higher. This set is a must win.
And we'll see what they do on this rally right here. Hit over number 5, Olivia Beaver, well defended by Ironwood.
Great play by Kaiser. Oh, my.
And that seemed a little bit of a carry there.
I was just going to say that. Looks like number 17, Hannah Pushkor, does get credit for the kill there, but that definitely looked like a carry not called by the officials.
Most definitely. A missed call. We'll live with it.
Oh, and then a lucky bounce for Ironwood pushes the lead back to 5. That hit about every inch of net that it could hit. while still going over. Timeout called by Coach Daly here as SaberCats are on the verge of going down 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that momentum absolutely switched after that extremely, extremely close call by the ref.
If you're a SaberCat right now and a senior, you got to realize this is most likely the last time you'll be playing on this court. You got to see everything on that scoreboard, get rid of it, and just play for the person next to you and play for this win.
It's no mistakes time for the SaberCats. They can't make any mistakes right now.
And here we go. Back out on to serve is Cambria Malloy.
We hear some SaberCats chants.
And while we might have debated whether Pushkor's last shot was a carry, that one clearly not a carry. As ALA looking at set point here in set number 2, trying to go up 2-0. Served by Malloy. And that shot goes long. 24-19. If the SaberCats want to pull out set number 2, they're going to have to go on a bit of a run here. And they're going to have to do it there with Chloe Baker serving. But Chloe Baker is very strong on service, so if anyone can do it, it's her. But we do see an errant shot there by Allie Gagnon, which will end set number 2. And it looks like a final score 25-18 as we end set number 2. We're going to take a 3-minute break as we get ready for the third set, where I predict the SaberCats will win that set with a final score of 25-21. We'll see how close I am in just a moment. All right, and we are back for set number 3. SaberCats trailing 2-0, but set number 1 didn't go their way. They looked out of sorts. Set number 2, they had much more runs, much more team cohesion, so they're on the right trajectory here. Once again, my prediction is a 21-25 final score for the SaberCats here at the end of set number 3. You guys have any predictions for this one?
That's extremely specific. I'm gonna go 1 under, like the Price is Right. I'm gonna go 20-25 SaberCats.
Are you going to be the one that picks ALA Ironwood here, there, Bishop Rhodes?
I will not. We're on a good trajectory, like you said, to go ahead and win this game. I'm going to go ahead and say that this goes into an extra point and go 26-24 SaberCats.
All right, we'll see which one of us is closest. But as you heard here, everyone predicting a SaberCat win here. I think everyone here in the stands also predicting that SaberCat win as we see the first rally sent over by ALA Ironwood, set there by Jordan Kaiser. Nice.
We're all just hoping for a little bit more game. You know, they're playing so well. We want to see at least a few more of these.
Yeah, but there's what you expect out of the gate. Lizzie Simmon with the kill, putting the SaberCats up 1-0.
And like we predicted, the SaberCats on a great start and a great roll. The first set, all right. Second set, great. Third set, I'm expecting greatness.
Absolutely. We see the second set here by Jordan Kaiser, or the second service here of set number 3.
This is a place for greatness, Bishop.
You are correct.
Nice hit again by Simmon. That one is defended by ALA, but the errant pass leads to another SaberCat point. 2-0 Santan Foothills. Kaiser on the service once again. Oh, tough return, but definitely sent over. As we see a shot there by Ali Gagnon. Well defended. 2-hit violation called against ALA. 3-0 SaberCats come out on fire here on set number 3. Oh, and that's what you like to see out of the SaberCats. Set number 3 up 4-0. Jordan Kaiser still serving. Hey, at this rate right here, they're not going to need anyone else to serve in this set. We could all be wrong. Could be 25-0.
I think that'd be a pretty interesting result, but Jordan Kaiser is no doubt doing fantastic at serving right now.
Sent back over by Ironwood. Oh, look at that kill by Kessa Fangupo. Pushes the lead to 5, and that was a no-doubter.
Absolutely, the fans going nuts with that spike. And up here in the booth, this feels amazing.
And that's one of those shots you could go to some of the bigger like USC or Penn State. Those players wouldn't have been able to defend that shot. That shot was just that good. And it does force the timeout out of ALA. You can see the concern in the coach's eyes right there, out 5-0, and a lot of momentum going to the SaberCats right now.
Strong plays, not much luck needed to get those points. So, I mean, that last hit was powerful. It was in the perfect place. You're not going to get much better of a score than that one.
But it's nothing like we didn't predict. We know these SaberCats have it deep down inside. We know that they want this win. The last game of the season, they want to cap it off just right for their seniors.
Yeah, nobody wants to end their final home game of their senior season on a loss. So you know these girls are going to put in all of the effort. They're going to put in all of the work, and they won't be settled for anything less than a win here.
And all around the table, they're going to lose 6 seniors this year, but we have some young stars this night that are proving that they can carry this program into the years that come.
And I think that's really the fantastic thing about high school sports. You know, there's always going to be seniors graduating, but then again, there's always freshmen coming in. And it's really just the role of the seniors to bring these younger kids in and make a better program for the future.
as we see a service error that puts the first point on the board for ALA. But that's a good point, Spencer, because like Bishop, you're very active in football, and while the varsity team did struggle a little bit, they showed those flashes of brilliance. But one of the things you can do is look down to Coach Darren Johnson's freshman football program, and look at the fact that they went 4-4 this season. They took out some really tough teams. Their losses in large part were to as freshmen JV teams from larger schools, and so really a bright future for the Santan Foothills football program that you're leaving your legacy with.
Absolutely, and there's no other way I want to do it. These guys, they want to win. They love each other. I gave a speech just the other day to these guys that, hey, at the end of the day, you got to do it for the guy next to you. You got to want to win. You got to have that grit for your school, for your team. Everyone will rally behind you guys if you guys really want it.
Lizzie Simon on the service, defended by ALA, shot by Ashley Estrada.
Talking about winning it, these Sabercats up by 7, and boy, were we wrong. This is not close at all. Let's hope these Sabercats can keep marching down.
They got to hold on to that momentum. Just like the Sabercats gained it in the freshman and JV games, ALA has the ability to do it, so you just keep that momentum going, keep scoring those points, and don't take your foot off the gas.
Speaking a little bit more about moving the team on, as seniors, as we see another score from the Sabercats, as seniors, we want to make a mark. We're leaving this year, and we want to show the next classes coming up what we've done in these past 4 years. We want to leave a mark at this school. We want to make it better for the future, as well as just being remembered in the future.
And look at that, a 10-1 lead here. And I think that's something, as I sit here next to two seniors here at Santan Foothills, I think that's one of the amazing things about you guys and your class. I mean, you guys were affected quite a bit by COVID closures. You lost part of your sophomore year. You lost a big part of your junior year. And to see this class and how they came back, made the most of their senior year, and really, since I've been here at Foothills, I've never seen classes come together. I've never seen spirit, and I think it's a testament to these seniors making the most of that senior year because of the challenges, as we see another point there by Foothills.
Yeah, I mean, a big chunk of our time at school was just cut down, and we couldn't do anything about it. So I think for a lot of us, we see our senior year as an opportunity, as we see another Sabercat score.
I mean, look at it. They've just crossed the halfway point to winning the set right here. And you had Jordan Kaiser go on and run at service. Now it's Lizzie Simon. You've only had two servers here for Foothills. I think the impressive thing about that is, especially at this level, the amount of service errors you see. Sabercats are not making service errors. They're not giving away free points.
There's almost no room for mistakes. And another Sabercat point there, making it 14-1.
The execution has been fantastic for the Sabercats. I would ask for nothing more as a coach from them.
But you knew coming into set 3, with everything we talked about, that they were not going to settle. And look at the effort there. Still ends in a point for ALA, but even in that lost point, tons of effort by these ladies out on the court.
Absolutely.
You can tell that they're giving it their all. They know that this could be their last set. And, well, they really don't want it to be. They want to keep on fighting for it.
Looking to start another run here as it's tipped over by Allie Gagnon. Well defended by ALA Ironwood. Tip over by Peyton Bowen. 14-3 as Megan McKnight will keep the serve.
The Warriors on a 2-point run.
But, I mean, the thing is, this is volleyball. You're going to see this in every set. We joke about it, but you're not going to win a set 25-1, 25-3. So you're going to see this happen, but still firmly in the driver's seat are the Sabercats, who are still playing really well. Sent over. Free play here for the Sabercats. Set to Allie Gagnon. Shot long. Out past the end line.
Sabercats may want to call a timeout soon. They don't want to build way too much momentum on the ALA side.
Yeah, still a 9-point lead as this ball comes over. Oh, a 50-50 ball goes the way of the SaberCats.
And just placed in the wrong area for the SaberCats.
And that ball was just spinning on that net.
That could have gone either way, but a good reaction there. Even though it fell on the ALA side, they tipped the ball over and caught the SaberCats out of position, 14-6. Hard hit there by Olivia Beaver. Defended by ALA as they set the attack up again. Tipped over by Fangupo. Here's the pass.
And just a little miss set right there to
Yeah.
give the other team an advantage to reach over that net and spike that down. But that's not bad. SaberCats still up by 7.
Yeah, and there's that timeout that Spencer was talking about there. You see that lead cut to 14-7. Still a great lead, but knowing where you were at, definitely want to try and curtail this momentum and come back strong.
Yeah, as a coach, you just want to make sure that your team knows what they're doing. You want to kind of slow down that momentum that the other team has, and I would think that she's just kind of uplifting her team. You know, the SaberCats were doing really good. A few unlucky plays there to give ALA a few points, but they played pretty well so far, and a few mistakes have made it 14-7.
Yeah, and you don't hit the panic button. You don't like where the momentum's going right here, but if you look up at the scoreboard, it's still 14-7, so you take a deep breath. You know that you're still in control of this. Don't let the momentum kill you, and just regain what you do best.
Absolutely. And the SaberCats, like you said, are in the driver's seat. They have everything in the bag here. They just got to hold that lead, play the game that they've been playing, and cut down those simple, tiny mistakes.
They may be in the driver's seat, but ALA, they have their permit right now.
It's quite the analogy there, Spencer West.
Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see what ALA does with their driver's permit here as they serve. There's the hit by Olivia Beaver, well defended by ALA. As they tip the ball over the defenders and it falls just on the side of the SaberCat court. 14-8, service still with Megan McKnight.
And a majority of ALA's points right now are just coming from right up at the net. They're just knocking it straight down.
Yeah, SaberCats really need to get that pass in the right spot so that your Olivia Beaver or your Fangupo or your Ali Gagnon can get the point. As you see a point break there. Finally breaking the service there of Megan McKnight as we see Chloe Baker on to serve 15-9 SaberCats. On a great shot there by Ali Gagnon.
Good communication there. Good execution there.
And just like we talked about, reset, do what you do best, let the momentum fade, and just score some more points. As we see a service error there by Chloe Baker just to the far side of the court. 16-10 as Cambria Malloy rotates into service. And Malloy is just so good at that top of the net serve, just grazes the top of the net, keeping the SaberCats out of defensive position. And tried to go a little bit too low that time. Service error sends the ball back over to the SaberCats.
And, I mean, for the SaberCats right now, they have to be thinking that it's a 0-0 match, you know. They may be down 2, but as an athlete, everything is 0-0 all the time.
An amazing effort play there by the SaberCats.
Now, a couple good effort plays there as this rally continues.
Here's a chance to put it away.
Oh, great set, but defended by Ironwood. Another chance on the attack here. And Abby Nominee with the kill.
Perfectly placed right there.
You know, and Abby Nominee isn't the most frequent hitter here for the SaberCats, but when she hits it, the other side knows.
And that ball was coming all the way from out of space. That's another point for the SaberCats.
Yeah, 2 quick ones here for the SaberCats off the service of Hayden Schultz.
Yeah, and you know, so far my favorite part of this game is just seeing the seniors have so much fun. I can see Chloe and Olivia and Hayden all just kind of joking around a bit. You can see that they're enjoying themselves while playing right now.
And that's what you have to do. You have to enjoy the last moments that you have.
So we have an injured Ironwood player here. Point goes to the SaberCats. I didn't see what happened there, but looks like coach and athletic trainer Tom Pruitt coming to check on the injured Ironwood player. She's going to be up. And that player is number 2, Ashley Estrada, who, she's going to come out of this game, but tons of effort. And it's good to see her walk off under her own power, not really need that medical attention there on the court.
Absolutely. We wish her well. Hayden Schultz back to serve.
And there's that carry we were talking about. 21-11 SaberCats. The amazing thing about Hayden Schultz's serve is so many of the SaberCats have this really strong, straight serve. Schultz is more of a rainbow, and it throws the defense off. They're just not ready for it most of the time. You don't see a lot of aces, but you see a lot of easy returns. Is that blocked out of bounds?
Yeah, Hayden's just not giving ALA much of a chance to get a good grip on that ball when it comes to their side. So that rainbow, it looks beautiful going up in the air, and it doesn't give him much of a chance to throw it on the other side.
All right, substituting in for ALA is number 16, Caitlin Rasmussen. 21-12, ALA Ironwood with the service.
And an amazing set of plays right there. That was beautiful. That was simply amazing, and that is what teamwork is.
Yeah, the kill there by Nominee, but that wasn't the impressive part of the play. What was really impressive was that going to the ground, getting the dig, and digging it into the perfect set for Nominee to get that point. That was a team play right there.
A great hustle play as well by Olivia Beaver to be able to see that ball, to come back to it, pop it right back up to her teammate, and just to get that point in the end.
And here we are. We got a final timeout called by ALA Ironwood. 22-12 here in set number 3. And while SaberCats are down 2-0, clearly all the momentum in this gym is with Santan Foothills.
I mean, this crowd is loving it. We're hearing them yell basically every single time the serve goes up, so that energy no doubt helping the SaberCats right now.
And we'll see what the SaberCats come out with. 10-point lead in set number 3. Olivia Beaver with the service for the SaberCats. Here's the service.
Fantastic defensive play.
And once again, that is Abby Nominee. Not with the kill shot there, but the perfect tip to get Ironwood out of defensive position. 23-12. This set is coming to a close.
And, I mean, Nominee has been playing fantastic so far, especially in this set, so something to definitely be proud of.
Here's the set to Nominee. Well defended there by Ashley Estrada, who's back in the game. Hit over by Lizzie Simmon.
And an amazing split-second communication there between Lizzie Simmons and Abby Nominee.
You're right. That was great communication. Point does go to ALA, but you've got two players putting in 100% effort, both going to the ball, and in that last minute to make that eye contact, to talk to your teammate and know who's going to hold up and who's going to get that play, and to still execute it is just fantastic.
SaberCats up by 10.
Nominee tries to send that ball over, but she's a long way away, falls short. ALA closes the lead to 9, but still knocking on the doorstep of taking set number 3 are these SaberCats as we watch Cheyenne Pilipanco serve.
As these SaberCat fans are calling out these ALA players' names, maybe to try to get into their head a little bit.
The SaberCats just 2 points away from this third set win. And if this wasn't a must-win before, this is definitely a must-win now.
But ALA senses that, and they aren't giving away free points right now either. They know how important it is. They can they're a long way away, but they can close this game right here on a run as you see a third consecutive point. ALA knows if they don't let the SaberCats hold on to this lead, we're done after this.
And you got to give credit where credit's due. The Warriors are marching, and they want to see what will happen out of this.
Shot by Hayden Schultz, defended there by Pilipanco. But a little error there by ALA gives us a score 24-16. And you have exactly who you want serving right now in Abby Nominee, 24-16.
SaberCats chant going strong.
And that shot goes long.
SaberCats aren't out of it yet.
25-16 is the final score. All of us were incorrect, but in a good way. 25-16 final score of set number 3 as SaberCats close this to 2-1. We're going to a fourth set here. SaberCats playing excellent volleyball, and we will be back after the set change. All right, here we are. We are back for set number 4. ALA up 2-1, but momentum still with the SaberCats as they took that last set. Bishop Rhodes, what are you expecting out of this set number 4?
I have no clue. We see a nice SaberCats win right there on that set, but man, that Warriors team was starting to get a little bit of energy there at the end. And with that being said, Warriors strike first with the first point being scored.
Yeah, you really get the sense that there's no doubt everyone up here in this broadcast booth is pulling for the SaberCats. But you get a sense in this gym that set 4 is up for grabs for whoever wants it more.
Absolutely.
Oh, that shot ruled in by the lineswoman. 2-0 ALA as we start this pivotal set number 4. We're either going to set number 5 or we're going home. Oh, and look at Kessa Fangupo. Just elevates above the net. Kills that ball. 2-1 ALA. But a really nice play there by the SaberCats.
And that's going to show how the rest of this set is going to go. It will go both ways. But at the end of the day, this set will go down to who wants it more.
Kaiser on the service. Lizzie Simmons sends the ball over. Free play here for ALA Ironwood as they set the ball. On a violation called against ALA will tie this score at 2. And Jordan Kaiser on the service. That's the same way that the SaberCats went on that huge run to start the last game. Oh, and Fangupo does it again. Every little mistake made by ALA Ironwood is being capitalized on right now.
I mean, her energy right now is fantastic. She is hyping the whole entire team up.
That's a senior who wants to go out with a win right there. Oh, and she elevates. Doesn't get the block, but look at that. That is an errant hit by ALA as they saw Fangupo elevate for the block.
It's the Fangupo show right now.
She's just putting this team on her back and willing them to victory. Free ball over to the SaberCats. Set is to Fangupo, and
just barely missed on that one.
I mean, I was ready to see the crowd go electric, but that went out.
The slightest mishit.
Yeah, but you can't fault the play of Fangupo. It may have been an errant hit there, but she's responsible for all 4 of these points. So
absolutely, and at the end of the day, it's a team effort. Someone can do one thing great, someone can do one thing bad. At the end of the day, the team.
But that was a great hit there by Peyton Bowen.
It's tied, but it still feels like there's a whole lot of momentum on the SaberCats side.
It's like Bishop talked about earlier, though. This set right here is so important to both teams. You're going to see the momentum swing. Who can harness that momentum and who can deal with adversity better is going to decide this set. As we have a lead change, ALA Ironwood takes the lead 5-4 here in set number 4. And 6-4 Ironwood. We get ready for the set.
And a miss hit there by the SaberCats. But the one thing that we can't do right now is get inside of our heads. We got to realize that, hey, we're only down by 3. We were just up. We can do it again. A little rally in the stands here. And the SaberCats strike.
Big miscommunication there by the Warriors. No one wanted to get that ball. And, you know, the way this game is going, it feels like any small mistake is kind of winding up as the end of the game. Small mistakes are killing both teams.
Absolutely, Spencer. And right there, a Miss-serve by the SaberCats.
See what the SaberCats can do to get back in the game. Look at Lizzie Simmon there. Oh, and another violation called against ALA Ironwood.
Simmons saved that play, and they score off of it.
And I said it once, and I'll say it again. This game will shift multiple times in the future.
And you feel that shift coming right now. Another errant hit ace by Chloe Baker. 7-8 Ironwood.
Lucky bounce on the net for Chloe Baker.
Is that luck, Spencer, or is that skill by Chloe Baker?
Why not both?
Hey, sometimes that's just how momentum works. When the game's going your way, you get that point. If it's not, that one falls on your side of the court.
And a sliding play there.
As we see a errant strike there, sometimes it's almost like the ball can feel the momentum and just goes the way of the team with the momentum.
Here we are, 9-8, Warriors up.
Ashley Estrada with the service for Ironwood. And she hits it low.
Yet again, just like Spencer said, small mistakes like those are going to decide the game.
Yeah, tie game here as number 12, Allie Gagnon, on to serve for the SaberCats. That looked like it could have been a nice serve, but it kind of sailed on her. But that was a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be coming off of her hand.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be probably hitting the wall or the door, but that was pretty close to the line, honestly.
About half a foot off of that line and unexpected.
It'll bring Cheyenne Piliponko on to serve. A great serve there. Jordan Kaiser can't handle it. Ace for Piliponko. As you see that ball hit off of the rafter there, off of the basketball backboard.
Wrong sport.
Yeah, that is unfortunately still a legal play and needs to be returned. And very rarely do you see those handled by either side. You're just so trained to follow the arc of the ball, and when it changes mid-flight, you're defying physics.
And like Spencer said earlier, this team in any sport, there will be adversity as the SaberCats gather another point, making it 10-12 Warriors.
I think that ball was going for women's basketball season already.
And that's coming up next. After volleyball's over, we'll have basketball, soccer, and wrestling coming up here at Santan Foothills. See a great hit there by ALA Ironwood. But Sammy Phillips says absolutely not. Sends that ball over perfectly to close the gap to 1.
And this crowd is hyped for it.
Bishop Rhodes is hyped for it over here.
I cannot handle this. Sammy Phillips, the senior, sees that ball and just kills it.
And I think Bishop might be the most energetic and spirited person at all of Santan Foothills.
And there you go. There's your tie.
Another point. And like Spencer said, I love this school, man. This school, I want to leave everything behind here for everyone to grow to. And just to see the spirit in the stands, to see these players fight for their team is just amazing.
And here's the service by Sammy Phillips. ALA on the attack. Sends that ball long. And there you go. There's your lead change again. Both teams fighting and clawing through set number 4. Free play here for Santan Foothills.
Wow. Good block by the Warriors. It just kind of rolls to their side.
Yeah, Lizzie Simmon with authority there.
And when you have someone as tall as Hannah Pusher on the other side, you need to send it hard.
Yeah, there is no quit in this SaberCat team. 2-point lead, set number 4, 14-12 as they're on the attack, sent over by Simon. Nice quick set there to Hannah Pushkor.
And that placement was just perfect. Nothing you could do about that one.
And while we're getting ready for this point, let's give a shout out to Zach Melendez as well, who's been here taking photos of this game to record for senior night. Just a really skilled photographer, does a lot of work for Santan Foothills, films a lot of our athletics, and not the athletic career, but he's going to go on to have a fantastic photography career after he graduates.
Yeah, I think Zach should give me a little bit of credit. I'm his ride, so.
Well, no, absolutely. Zach Melendez, he does a lot of work for football. He does a lot of work for volleyball, and he does it all for free in his love for photography, and that nothing is better than that.
And I think that really exemplifies look at that. Point Santan Foothills, but that exemplifies what it is to be a SaberCat student. You look at what you do for the school, Bishop, with the athletics and being president and student council, and you look at what Spencer West does with broadcast and Mr. Galish in the TV program and what Zach does. There's so much talent among these students. It's really a great place to be.
I mean, Foothills is truly a place for greatness, and I love it here. I must say, I think the people here are hardworking and they want to do something in their futures.
Oh, look at the effort by Nominee as the ball is sent over, but that's going to be 4 hits. Really good effort there.
Good effort. But yeah, as I was saying, so many of these kids, they have very, very bright futures, and I see a lot for them coming up.
Well, we see the service there by ALA. Point there by Foothills. They're going to tie that game up. It looks like the score was put on the wrong side there. Yeah, there we go. The score is corrected. 16-16 in a pivotal game number 4.
And there we go once again, just like I called, a game that will work back and forth the whole time as SaberCats get another point, and they take the lead once again.
No quit in this SaberCat team as they're up by 1, 17-16. Set number 4 getting close to its conclusion. Still up for grabs. Could be anybody's set.
I mean, I think this is what we all could have seen coming. Both these teams want it really bad, and they're both going to fight for it till the end.
You see good defensive effort saved by the SaberCats. That's going to be a 4-hit. Just didn't quite get that third hit over the net. 17-17, Megan McKnight for ALA on the service. Long rally going here. Great plays on both ends of the court. And that shot goes out as ALA reclaims the lead. I don't know how many lead changes we've had, but it has been pretty significant here, just like Bishop predicted.
Really just neck and neck.
Oh, and after that point, we're going to have a timeout called by Santan Foothills. 19-17 here. You know, one of the other things to talk while we're in this timeout right here and we get ready to conclude set number 4. You know, did either of you have a chance to go to the dance concert that was here at Santan Foothills last night?
I did not, unfortunately.
No, neither did I. 3-sport athlete has a pretty busy schedule, but I saw and seen that those stands were completely full. And that's what you love to see around this school. They're full with volleyball, they're full with football, and they were full in this dance concert. And that's just what you want to see with the school spirit that we're building in this program.
Well, and that's kind of what I was going to bring up because I was here for that dance concert last night, and it was the same kind of energy that you get in an athletic competition. The girls put in a ton of effort. that's going to be up on the Santan Foothills school video site as well. So, don't just check out these athletics here. You can see the band concerts. You can see the dance concerts. All kinds of good things there on the Santan Foothills video YouTube channel as we get ready for service here. Megan McKnight back to serve 1917.
And shout out to my friend Megan Ashley. She was dancing yesterday. Great job, Megan.
And look at that point scored by Santan Foothills. That right there might have been a little bit lucky because that kill shot by Simon looked like it was heading long, but on the errant defensive play there, SaberCats reclaim a point.
Absolutely, and those split-second decisions by the Warriors, or the SaberCats, you don't have enough time. It's either you hit it or you don't.
And that ball is returned out of bounds. Ace for the SaberCats. Once again, tied up at 19.
And funnily enough, sometimes it's really the things that you don't do that result in good things.
And that service right there falls just below the top of the net. And that looked like the exact same serve that ended in a point for the SaberCats probably about 15 minutes ago. There's the set to Fangupo, and as she has done all set, point SaberCats. We're going to see her substituted out. And if you're going to take out Kessa Fangupo, nobody else you want to come in than Abby Nominee. You don't lose anything in skill there. 2020.
Great play by Chloe.
Oh, Chloe Baker.
Ooh. That's right. There we go. What a great call. That was outside of the little bar there, and that's not legal. Great call there by the ref.
That is going to be a point for the SaberCats. That's a big call right there in a 2020 tie game.
Close game.
Sent over by Jordan Hartman. Lizzie Simon unable to handle that. And all of a sudden, you were seeing leads of 2 and 3. Neither team willing to give up a lead of 2 or 3 now. One is all either team seems to be willing to give up as we're 21-21 here in a very pivotal set number 4.
And this is where I see that 26-24 win here. And a smart play there by Jordan Kaiser.
And that's one, it's not a scripted play. That return is in an odd spot. It's all hustle play. But that hustle led you to that point.
And these seniors for the SaberCats do not want to go home.
And 2-point lead now for the SaberCats as that can't be returned by ALA. And we're going to see another timeout called by ALA Ironwood. 23-21. Ladies out there for the SaberCats, as you can imagine, are very excited right now. They've got momentum, they've got a lead, they've got service, and they can force this to a 5th and final set with a couple good plays here.
I mean, they want to. This is pivotal, but they want to force this to 5.
And this is an amazing set of plays right here. And this is what I predicted it to be, a close set all the way through. And I can see this going into the 5th.
This is the kind of fight you want to see on senior night. You want to see it every night, but senior night in particular, you got a group of ladies that are just unwilling to give up and are fighting for a 5th set.
And a SaberCat team with a total of 3 wins this senior, and a Warriors team with a total of 8 wins this senior. Those stats look nothing like the teams playing right now. These teams look like they have wins and wins underneath their belt, but this is just the grit for the win.
Though, do remember, the SaberCats are on a streak right now.
And here's the service. Ace by the SaberCats to push this to 24-21.
The crowd going crazy, holding up ones for this match point here.
3 set points coming up here for the SaberCats. Here's the service. Handled by ALA. Set, hit, well defended. Over to Nominee. Smart hit, and that is set number 4. SaberCats win 25-21.
We are going to 5.
And that was my prediction. That was my score. I was off by a set.
And the electricity inside of this building right now.
There is nothing like it.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are 3 minutes from a 5th and final set. This belongs to anybody. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, Bishop and Spencer, we are back for game number 5. This one is only to 15 points, and it will decide who the winner of tonight's contest is.
This is exciting. These SaberCats are hyped.
And let's hear these predictions. I'm going to go ahead and say these SaberCats are going to pull this off. I'm not even going to say a score because I know it's going to be close, but these SaberCats have this win if they just keep working.
And you know, in a 5-game, in the 5th game here, momentum is out the window right now. It's anyone's to claim. They may have ended with a victory, but that set wasn't one that was a runaway. It was close, so both teams can capture momentum very quickly here.
And just a miscommunication there by Jordan and Olivia.
And there, ALA jumps out to a 1-0 lead here in set number 5. Nice dig. Set over by Hayden Schultz. See what ALA can do with this. And just a nice tip over there by Ashley Estrada. SaberCats not expecting it. Jump out to a 2-0 lead.
And the SaberCats need to realize they can't hang their head. They can't get too low and they can't get too high. It's a game worth intensity.
And these first 3 points right here, they're mental errors, but it's like you say, these errors are almost because there's too much hype. There's like you're almost too high, you're too pumped up for the game. You just got to take a deep breath and do what you've done in practice for the past 2 months.
And that is exactly what needs to happen for the SaberCats.
Yeah, and that could have been a disaster for the SaberCats as there was no one there in a defensive position, but that shot went a little bit long. Instead of 4-0, it's 3-1. And Jordan Kaiser serving, who really has been strong on the service all night. And speaking of strong, just a little too strong. Ball goes just past the end line.
Lifting those 20-pound weights.
4-1 ALA as Megan McKnight on to serve. And that dig goes a little bit into the net, just falls outside. 5-1, not a good start for the SaberCats. They're going to have to recapture momentum to have a chance in this 5th set. Cross-court set to Allie Gagnon is handled by ALA. On a 2-hit violation.
Not sure what the call was there.
So we're looking at a 6-1 lead for ALA Ironwood. They are in control of set number 5. But that errant serve puts a little bit of life back into the SaberCat team.
And they're definitely hoping that might be the momentum switch.
6-2 with Sammy Phillips on the service. Oh, and there you go. Who else but Kessa Fangupo above the net on the block.
She has just been fantastic all game long.
And
6-3 SaberCats.
Adversity right there.
And this crowd is in the game right now. That is a point for ALA, but this great crowd here at Santan Foothills, you know they're pushing for the SaberCats as we see a timeout called by Coach Daly for the SaberCats.
The SaberCats need to stay calm, they need to stay collected, and they have to realize they just owned these past 2 sets. They've done it before, and they can do it again. The SaberCats have this in the bag. They can do this, but it won't be easy. Winning isn't easy. They got to dig down, look at the person next to them, and fight for this win.
Well, and it's funny you mention that because if you don't play sports or you're not into sports, it's hard to understand, but learning how to win is a skill. That's something that a team has to do, and it doesn't just always come from great play or executing in practice. You have to learn how to take these moments and turn them into a victory, and that's what the SaberCats are trying to do here, is turn that losing season around and learn how to win.
And Bishop, I mean, in the situation that the SaberCats are in right now, down 3-7, what would they be thinking right now as athletes?
They're thinking, look at the next play, watch the next play, make mistakes, all right, move on, we'll get it next time.
Tipped over by Lizzie Simon. Adrian Crone on the dig, sends it over. SaberCats set up the offense, hit by Simon. Oh, that's a really good defensive play. Neither team wanting to give it up, but Ironwood gives that point up. 7-4 SaberCats, and that was just an amazing play all the way around.
I mean, great defense on both sides. It just ends up in the SaberCats' court in the end.
See what Chloe Baker can do with the service here.
Great serve.
Here's the set to Nominee. A little bit errant, but she handles it. Sends the ball down for a kill. 5-7. SaberCats clawing their way back into this fifth set. And that ball is set out. And ruled out officially.
That was a close call.
That was close. It goes the SaberCats' way, 6-7. They are back in this fifth set. Sent over free play to the SaberCats. Here's the set by Jordan Kaiser. Hit by Abby Nominee, handled by ALA. There you go. Tipped over the defenders by Allie Gagnon for the tie.
And there's those smart plays. Once again, it's tied up 7-7. The stands are going nuts. Chloe Baker set back to serve once again.
Service error. But, you know, in that last play, though, two defenders in a perfect position to block. Adjusts their shot, tips it right over the defenders for a point.
And like we said, it's the small things that make the difference. Making that tiny tap over the net gets you an easy score.
But Ashley Estrada, service error there. Probably the same thing that affected Jordan Kaiser there. This is a big moment. This is a tie game. A lot of pressure on that serve. You know,
I mean, you give one, you take one.
Speaking of big moments, senior Hayden Schultz set back to serve.
We talked about her serve earlier. A very high arcing serve. Abby Nominee sends it over. Here's the set. Here's the shot. Defended by Schultz. Nominee tips it over. And that's going to be a point for the SaberCats. They reclaim the lead despite being down by 5 points early in set number 5. They are up 9-8 with the service.
And I mean, that is just fantastic defense and fantastic effort by the SaberCats. These seniors want it.
But here we are, 9-9 after that errant serve. And again, a lot of pressure on these serves. Every serve is a potential point.
And the lead has shifted so many times. And listen to that crowd.
Nominee sends it over. Out of defensive position are the Warriors. SaberCats take advantage of all the players just playing up way too far. Hit that corner. 10-9. SaberCats 5 points away from taking this victory here on senior night.
And Kaiser just knew.
That was a beautiful heads-up play by Jordan Kaiser to realize that she had that opening in the back.
We were thinking the same thing there, Bishop.
Defensive play there by the SaberCats. Here's the set. Tipped over, defended by the Warriors. And no touch there by the SaberCats. Hannah Pushkor kills that ball about 2 inches too far. Timeout ALA as a 2-point lead being clung onto by the SaberCats. 11-9. What are we going to see here, fellas?
Ooh, I don't know. I know it's going to be close until the end. I can't imagine how the players are feeling right now.
These players are feeling focused and they're feeling ready. This is a first 2-point lead that we've seen since the beginning of the game. And, man, those SaberCats fought back just like the freshman team did, just like the JV team did. They fought back against that adversity, and they're here for this win.
I mean, speaking of adversity, how mentally draining is it to be down like 5-0 at the start of set number 5, knowing that a third of the points are already gone, and to come back on a run yourself and have a lead and be in a position to win right now?
Absolutely. It's not easy at all.
Especially after going down 2-0. And this crowd is into it as we get ready for service again.
We love these fans.
The crowd rallying behind the SaberCats here at home.
Olivia Beaver's service out of bounds, 11-10 ALA. Peyton Bowen checks in for the Warriors. Also checking in for the Warriors to serve. Looks like it's going to be number 3, Egan Wood. Wood into the game off the bench. Here's her service.
Big error right there on the serve. That could be detrimental for the Warriors.
12-10 SaberCats with Abby Nominee serving. And that ball falls right in the middle of the court, just in a hole in the middle of that SaberCat defense. 1-point game, 11-12, tied 2 sets apiece. Here in the final set, number 5, Adrian Crone on to serve.
SaberCats up by 1.
Oh, and that was a kill there by Peyton Bowen to tie this game up. Really good shot there by the Warriors. That's going to prompt a timeout by Coach Lisa Daly.
I mean, what else could you ask for from a senior night game?
You know, this is one of those nights that Cardinals playing on Thursday Night Football tonight, and that's the second best game in Arizona tonight.
That's right. Win or lose this game, the SaberCats will walk away tonight knowing that everything is put into this game. They are fighting hard. They want this win. Win or lose, this is a great game.
And these teams are going to use every bit of this timeout as really the last couple points scored by ALA, but momentum favors nobody right now. Both teams 3 points away from a victory, and in particular for Santan Foothills on their final home game of the 2021 season. The final time these seniors are going to be on this court playing volleyball.
And these fans, they want a storybook ending right here.
Here we go with the service.
And an amazing set of sequences right there by the SaberCats. The crowd, electric, going crazy.
And that crowd tells you the story of that play right there. SaberCats
wouldn't give up.
Yeah. 2 great blocks, 2 great defensive plays, leads to the point, 13-12.
That is the SaberCat spirit right there. That is what it's about.
Next set coming up.
What a great play by the Warriors.
No, 2-hit violation. 13-13. This game could not be any closer.
This is anyone's game at this point.
Let's see what Megan McKnight can do with the service here. Allie Gagnon on the court for the SaberCats. Oh, and this is going to be a set and match point coming up for ALA after that ball fails to clear the net. Here we go. Potentially the final service of this game. And an ace for ALA Ironwood. These ladies left it all out on the court, but set number 5 will end 15-13 ALA Ironwood.
You know, maybe not the result that we all wanted. Definitely not the result that those SaberCats wanted, but, I mean, they played their hearts out. Those seniors, I hope that they are proud of themselves. They played with so much heart.
And really, you need to look at the season in its entirety. So much adversity at the start of the season. And even though you didn't win on your senior night, to put on that performance in front of this crowd, to come that close, it shows a lot of heart and a lot of character.
Absolutely. This game was amazing. Win or lose, the SaberCats came out here and they did their very best and they fought for those seniors. There will be some tears, but at the end of the day, this game went to the very end and it was very good.
So, Bishop Rhodes, this was your first official play-by-play call. How'd the night go for you?
I thought it went amazing. I love commentating and might want to look into this into the future. It's been an awesome experience and I'm just thankful to be here.
And any parting words there, Spencer West?
Well, maybe a few years from now, Bishop and I will be a really great duo on the ESPN or, It's always fun to commentate with you guys, though.
Yeah, you got to watch out. Tony Romo is going to be out of a job here pretty soon at this rate.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
On behalf of the staff and students here at Santan Foothills High School, we'd like to thank everyone for watching this game. Have a great night, and we'll see you next season.
Bye-bye.